Hey everybody, it's Chris from the Droning Company here today with Cameron Chell, CEO of Draganfly. You've seen him on the Let's Talk Drones podcast. We're here in Denver, Colorado to talk a little bit about what Draganfly's doing here, what they want to talk to you about as well. So Cameron, how's it going, man? It's really nice seeing you.
Chris, thanks, man. It's great to see you here
Absolutely.
at AUVSI, the Droning Company. You guys are crushing it.
Thank you. Absolutely. So, tell us a little bit about what you've been up to, what the company's been up to here, and what you're trying to get out to the masses today.
Yeah, so we've been really focused the last number of quarters on building up our production capacity. So we had a new, significant product cut over about, maybe a little bit less than a year ago, where we moved from our our old platform onto a couple new platforms, which include the 3XL and our heavy lift drone. And so we went through extensive, customer validation, testing, et cetera, and then really getting production ramped up. So I really feel we're at a spot right now where we're starting to move from interest and backlog into actually being able to move into production and significant deliveries. So we are delivering now. And so what we're really doing here today is really displaying the fact that the drone industry is at kind of like the right spot, and our product is at the right spot at the right time, and we can deliver the numbers out to the customers that we've got. And so I can talk features and benefits all day long. I'm so thrilled about what the product is doing and what our engineers have designed here, the feedback we've got from customers, but I think what I'm really most excited about is we're at the point of scale. So that's exciting.
That is exciting. In our last conversation, we sort of talked about that, how you were just on the precipice. So seeing you get there now is a really exciting thing for us as well, to watch you guys succeed the way that you have. Now, I do have to say, we want to talk a little bit of features and specs on the Commander 3. For anybody that hasn't been familiarized with the platform, the Commander 3 XL is the drone over here and camera left. So can you tell us just a little bit about what people can expect from this now that you are at that scaling point?
Yeah, so what's really specific about this is that the industry has matured to a point where we could design a drone that was really intended for specific purposes. People will often think of, you have a drone. Well, there's probably 100 drones in any different category, for all the different use cases. This particular drone is likely the most efficient drone in the market right now in terms of being a drone that's under 55 pounds. So it's quite a large drone. It's about the size of a coffee table. But this drone, which is about 23 pounds, can carry about 24 pounds, right? And so that's really the difference here. So it's a utility drone. Now, the other aspect about this is that the payload configuration here, there's about 17 current payloads that are configured to this, but it's really designed to snap on any payload that's already out there existing in the market. In addition to that, we're spending a whole bunch of time with all of our partners, integrating their software and really making this an easy decision in terms of hardware for somebody to buy it. So often, the hardware decision is really dependent on, hey, what software, what payload, what does it work with? And we're trying to take those constraints completely out of the decision matrix for our customers. So if they want to be in a situation where, hey, this is the software or the payload I want to use, but now I'm restricted because I actually can't make that mission possible because there isn't hardware that fits that. This is the drone that hopefully answers that. So this is, if I were to think in terms of military context, this is like the Jeep or the Humvee of the industry, where you can just kind of slap on anything and it's a utility type function. So anyways, we've got great backlog on it and really, really good feedback so far. I mean, we've gone through a lot of testing, and a lot of mistakes and stuff, but I think we're there and obviously excited about it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I know that in conversations I've had with your team, this is already an application in military settings and things like that. And it's really proved its toughness and its ability to be modular, which is one of the things I really admire most about this drone, is its modularity. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means and what you mean when you say that this drone is modular?
Yeah, well, as an example, say for the DJI M600, right? So out of production, end of life, crazy amount of payloads that fit on there, a bunch of people stranded, for whatever good strategic reasons DJI made. This is a direct replacement for it. Now I think it's the next generation drone, so it's well beyond the capability of what that drone was. But all of those payloads out there now aren't stranded. They fit into this. And so it's also got incredible battery capacity. So you can be running multiple sensors at multiple times. You can use one drone. You don't have to invest, $20,000 into a sensor or 2 or 3 sensor sets and then $20,000 into 2 or 3 drones. You can have one drone that is competitively priced, and then you can fit all your different sensors on it, or run multiple sensors at the same time. So that's the modularity that we're trying to, and we're going to continue to build that into this as that particular product. But what it also does is it allows the industry and us to work with all industry partners out there in terms of satisfying their customer requirements. So our objective at Draganfly is to make our customers more competitive. And we take that same view with our partners. So whether that's radios or payloads or whatever, this is the modularity that we want to build into it so they can satisfy their customer.
That's excellent. That's excellent. I have two more questions for you. One is about the actual operation of the drone, and we talked about how Draganfly is a drone company, but it's more so a data collection company. Tell me a little bit about some of the payloads that go on that for data collection and then also delivery as well.
Yeah, so hopefully 5 years from now, Draganfly will be known as a drone company. We're passionate about it, but the drone is a mean to an end, right? And our big passion, our other big passion really is data analysis, and what does that mean for the customer? So nothing, we like to say nothing collects data better than a drone. I mean, you've got a big platform, it's aerial, it's in a 3D environment, you've got a massive battery pack, and you can run multiple sensors. So whether you're, sniffing for gases, whether you're doing optical, whether you're doing LiDAR, whether you're doing, whatever the case is, you can collect more data literally in minutes than typical things even 5 years ago of people on a ground with packs or whatever the case may be. So ultimately, it's our intent to be able to take all those data sets and create unique data, for our customers. At the end of the day, and this is getting out there a bit, but this is really at the core of our strategy. At the end of the day, competitive advantage is everybody's going to have AI. And competitive advantage will only be determined, rather than your company culture, but your competitive advantage will only be determined by the quality and the uniqueness of your data. If you have higher quality data that's more unique or different than your competitor or whoever, or your combatant or whatever the case is, your AI will be better. And ultimately, that's what we're moving towards. We also believe that value chain has to be controlled by, doesn't have to be, but it's better controlled by one company. So when you've got a Fortune 550 or 5,000 company or somebody who's relying on that data, they want to know that everything from the beginning, right from the manufacturing, right through, so that it's all NDAA compliant, that the people that are building it are bonded, the people that are operating it have the right classifications, everything right through that data chain is completely secure because that data is your asset. And so ultimately that's where we're going. I'm not sure if I answered your question, but that is the philosophy of the modularity and being able to bring all these partners into a secure environment, right, that hopefully has that Draganfly brand on it.
No, you spot on. You answered my question perfectly. That was a lot of good information. Last question. People want to learn more about Draganfly. They want to learn more about the Commander 3XL. And the big guy in the background here, the heavy lift that we didn't get a chance to talk about, where can they go? They have a website? You have social media that people can check you out on?
So Draganfly, Dragan, fly.com is our website. And the reason it's AN is that our original founder and designer, Zen and Dragon, that was his name. And so that's what we built on. And so draganfly.com is the best place to get it. We're all over social as much as possible. But if you come there, believe me, we'll get back. We'll respond as quick as we can.
Excellent. Hey, Cameron,
amazing.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Chris,
so much. Really appreciate it.